I'm not. No. Tequila. He said a couple minutes.
All right. I think this is the right one. Every guys, say something, please.
Hi.
Yo.
All right, we're here.
Are we live?
We are live, guys. Welcome. Welcome to the one viewer that's here. But we are here on the new channel. And I had a completely different intro in mind, but we're just going to go ahead and roll with it. We are here with Derek, always more videos, and of course the co-host of the Nerd Mentality, Mr. Matty Ice himself of the Stone family. My friends, please say hi.
Hello.
Who's that second guy you mentioned? He sounds like a douchebag.
He's a dick.
I believe it. Hi, viewers. We love you.
Yes, we do. All right. So hopefully everything goes out well with this little thing that we got going on here. A couple of settings changes that I had to go through with today. So hopefully everything turns out well. But we're here. Today we're going to be talking about raids. Hey, Gear's in here. Awesome. I don't have Nightbot here, so I don't have anything for raids. I mean for gear.
Oh.
But we're here talking about raids, Terra raids in Scarvio, and comparing how the raids were in Scarvio now to Sword and Shield. You guys get what I'm saying. Please, Matt, clean up what I just said.
We're comparing the Scarlet and Violet raids to the raids in Sword and Shield.
There you go. This is why he's on payroll.
I'm just
And
here to
because
have
I'm
fun.
sexy.
Wait, what?
You want to?
I agree with the sexy thing.
Who's sexy?
I am sexy. Me.
Both of you.
Oh, well, thank you.
You
All right, off
handsome
topic.
MFers.
All right, so we're comparing both raids for both Sword and Shield and Scarlet and Violet. So, quick question: which one do you guys like more, the Terra raids or the Dynamax raids?
Dynamax dens definitely are a lot better. They're not as difficult. They're less complicated with the timer and everyone moving all at once. I think slows the game down because the game's got to then process everything and it just screws it up.
What about you, Derek? What do you think?
So, considering we spent most of the morning doing terror raids, I'm going to say they're better than Dynamax dens.
Raider.
I'm sorry, Matt, because I'm going to have to disagree with you too and go with the Terra raids.
Wow. All right. I'll see y'all tomorrow.
Listen, I got my reasonings, all right? Now, what you said is 110% true, right? The raid
It
dens
slows it down.
well, yes, it does. The Terra raids are harder. And I think that's the beauty of it, because you need other people. Like, Sword and Shield introduced the concept of, well, no, I lied. Pokemon Let's Go introduced the concept of co-play, right? But it did a not so very good job with it. And then Sword and Shield did it a little bit better when it comes to the raids, right?
Yeah.
Scarvio, when it comes to Pokemon, and Scarvio kind of hit that mark a little bit, and made it so the raid dens you have to have more people in them in order for you to be able to do them. I think that the Dynamax raids were too easy, even the legendary ones. I also think that the rewards that one gets with Terra raids are better, supremely better.
The reward, I'll agree with that part. The rewards are a lot better. Because all you really were going for in the raids originally at this point, where the games were compared to where Scarlet and Violet are now, all you were really trying to get at that point were the H or TRs.
True.
And you could just buy those, honestly, instead of having to do the raid dens.
And the rewards, like, everybody just did them for the Dynamax candies. And the Dynamax candies, the Dynamax candies unlocked certain things for you. I think that the Terra raids also makes shiny hunting easier. Do you know how?
Well, that's because of the method that you have to shiny hunt in this game.
Exactly. We have the Herba Mystica thingies, and the raids drop those. They don't drop those all the time 100%, because then that would be too easy, right? But you have a small percentage of having a raid target drop these herbs for you to be able to make sandwiches, for you to be able to shiny hunt. I think that's great. It puts everybody on an even playing field. So no hackers like Derek, who has a shiny cloth, and you, who has a shiny everything, and Landon, who has the entire Paldea Pokedex.
I've only got like 10 shinies so far.
And that's 2 more than me, Buster.
So the reason I've been quiet is I went and shared the podcast to Twitter and to all of the Discords that I'm in self-plugs.
You're a beautiful man.
Because that's something that I definitely
I was going to say, I hope that's okay.
That is okay. That is something that I definitely didn't do. Let me...
I was wrapping Christmas presents, so I haven't had a chance yet.
Always.
Oh, Bystone.
Wait, he's leaving?
Bystone. He left and come back.
So I'm asking, are you gonna be up there?
So I think to spin off of what you guys said there a little bit, since we wasn't talking, and I'll go ahead and fill in my 2 cents on this. I love the fact that me, you, and Carlos, and Gear, and Raphael, and Jinx was in there a little bit with us today. we were having to work together and come up with strategies going in to be able to beat the high star rates. And that was fun. Yeah, we had a good time this morning.
Yeah, I agree. When I first did it with Carlos, Mr. Toast, when I first did it with Mr. Toast, and Josh was in it, I believe, as well, it was like, it turned into like, almost like a Call of Duty type of thing. Heal, heal, heal. No, all right, go all tough. You cheer. I'm going to go ahead and heal. And it is a lot of coordinating going on, and I loved it. It was great.
Yeah, it was a blast.
We found out something new too, which with you, right? Pokemon at level 100 normally don't listen to you, but with the raids, they do.
Yeah, and also we found out that if you die, it speeds up the timer.
Well, that's something that we've known, but how many raids?
I didn't know that till today. Not a lot. Like, I was doing some with Yiltnib, and then that was about, I think I went to stream number 6 of my Violet playthrough before I started doing Terror Raids. And then I started feeling, I was like, oh, these are cool, you know, because Pokemon are 100% catch rate.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And, which I'm pretty sure the Dynamax Dens and Dynamax Adventures and stuff, they was not, correct?
Well, the Dynamax Adventures was 100% as a guaranteed catch rate, but the raid dens out in the overworld were not. So
okay.
These guys are, which is great. So if you, spoiler alert for those of you who haven't played the game and whatnot, which might spoiler alert for you, Derek, I'm sorry, but the Beast Ball that you get at some point in the story, which I will not disclose, you could use that ball with a really cool Pokemon, you know, and one of these raids, and it's a guaranteed rate. It's a guaranteed catch. So I know Beast Balls normally have a low success rate when it comes to catching Pokemon in general, but if you use it in a den, it's a guaranteed catch. Use it on a cool Pokemon. Don't be like me. I'm the moron that used it on a Surreledge. But hey. Friends, hey Cat, how's it going? Welcome on in. I'm getting some weird numbers here regarding the internet. I hope that nothing messes up. But if something is wrong, please let me know. Right now, I think I lost the other two.
I'm here.
Oh, okay.
Nah, I was just listening to you talk.
You just like listening to my voice, is that it?
Oh, of course.
Alright, so the bit rate for this stream is a little bit okay. It says it's good. But let me know if it starts to go down. I'm alive. How is you? Well, I'm okay. Thank you, Kat. And I'm glad you're alive. Very happy you're alive. We need that.
Hi, Kat.
And Matt says hi.
Hey, Kat.
You can
Derek
hear
says
me.
hi.
They can hear us. Hopefully.
They can't. I muted.
You know, it's like you do have to take into consideration too, like what the Sword and Shield, you know, did for Pokemon, introducing these multiplayer battles and stuff like that. You know, because like you said, Let's Go tried it, sucked it up. All right, let's push that aside. Let's do this the right way. And then they took their idea and all the new stuff that they're bringing into the new game, and in my eyes, they perfected it.
Well, I'm pretty sure that there's a lot of room, for improvement with everything, because obviously we know that the games are far from perfect. You know, like Matt had said, there's the issue with anyone who is in the world, and all of a sudden the frame rate goes down to like 10, and everything just slows down. Excuse me, that's a performance thing. So, you know, hopefully they'll change that.
I meant
that will
mostly with
affect
the
raids a little bit. What happened?
I meant mostly with the raids, so like.
Well, yeah. Well, there's that too. Like how they'll Like you'll be on the screen not doing anything for an entire minute.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden, the person next to you faints randomly, and like their health was at green originally, and they've gone through 2 turns, and all of a sudden they faint, and then the timer drops like ridiculously far, and then you're sitting there like you haven't made a move in like 2 to 3 turns, and you're like, what is going on right now?
Yeah, and that's not even to mention the fact that sometimes during these raids you'll be setting up, and then all of a sudden the Pokemon just dies. And the stream dropped a little bit. Can both of you hear me okay?
Yeah, you're good, and the stream's good. I'm listening to it while talking to y'all.
I don't know what's going on. Comcast, don't fail me now.
It's because we're talking about raids and how they slow down and everything, and now your internet's like, oh, we're slowing down?
Bet. Say less, bitch.
I can fix it.
I can fix it. Oh, come over here and fix it. Kat says also, hello, everyone who I missed. Oh, no, you got everybody.
And the Charizard raids are broken, right? Or are they still broken?
They're gone, ain't they?
Yeah, they're gone, but they're starting back up in 5 days.
Yeah,
good deal.
And they're gonna be broken.
But listen, I had more trouble with a Dragon Terra Annihilate than I did with the Charizard.
There was 3 raids back to back, and Aiden and Tara are my witness. I had gotten the Pokemon down. They had put their shield up. I had gotten the health down far enough that the shield should have broken. And then the game still, and I was on my own, so it shouldn't have been considerate of anyone else, right? And all of a sudden, the shield stays up for 1 turn, and I'm like, okay, maybe it needs a little bit more health gone. Then it stayed up for another turn, and then another turn. And then on the 4th turn, it finally broke. And it cost me the raid. 3 raids in a row, I was finally ready to snap the game. That's the issue I'm having.
Stone gets mad at the
raids.
game. Shocker.
Well, I know, right? I never get angry.
Yeah, never, right?
I know. But coming from me, you should have said, all right, buddy, chill. Because I think I get a little bit more upset.
I mean, from what I've seen in your series with Hermit and Humberto, you're the calmest one.
Wait, what?
I'm not even in the series anymore. I'm just chilling.
Nah, yeah, but you're there. You're there.
I'm there. The last one was a picture. The last episode, I was just a black screen.
That's Josh's fault. I'm blaming Josh. I didn't have your picture.
Hashtag Josh sucks.
No, he doesn't. But I blame Josh. Gamer rage. Gamers who rage unite. Yes. I'm going to make merch for that. Raging gamers. Anyway, we deviated from topic.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we
do that a lot.
Huh?
We do that a lot.
We do that a lot. We should just have a free podcast.
Well, that's kind of what it is. Usually, we just have a main topic, and then whatever we end up talking about.
Sounds cool. All right, so what else about the raid? So we talked about the loot, the drops, and then we talked about the difficulty.
That I will say, I enjoy that part because in most Pokemon games, you don't do one thing to connect it to another. Usually if you want to battle, you battle. If you want to, shiny hunt, you shiny hunt, right? Well, this has it where you have to play with other people. You have to do battles. You have to get these items. So you're literally grinding for items. You're doing battles. You're playing with friends. And then you get to use all of the other things you did to shiny hunt. So I do like that it makes it feel like a more cohesive, like complete game. Like everything works together to make the game work, if that makes sense.
Right. Who's this?
He said right, and then it continued. Just see. Moved on.
I'm agreeing
And
with
Derek.
you.
And Derek's ignoring me.
Nah, I was just listening. I was letting you ramble on.
I do that a lot. I don't like the difficulty, of the 5, 6, and 7-star raids. I think they can be a lot easier. That way, it's possible to complete them if you're on your own. But I get the thought process of, hey, play with other people. We want y'all to connect. We want people working together. It's just some people might not have that accessibility to be able to join with other people, and it feels like they hid it behind a paywall. Oh, well, if you want to win these, you have to buy Nintendo Online and work with other people.
It's like, we know the game is made for children. That is hard for kids. I kind of see what you're coming at there too. Like, me and Fearsome, Fairthorn, and Gear got bodied by T-Tar in yesterday's stream. Like, we were just getting beat left and right, and that's how we made the discovery that I had a level 30 cloth and was getting destroyed, and it was running the timer out. But then Carlos comes in here, and he has a game plan, has it all wrote out on a page, and we're like, all right, let's do this. And it become a little bit simpler, too. We was one-shotting, 6-star T-Tars and Salamances.
Yep.
All you really need is Iron Hands.
Did you have one?
Facts.
I've got one, yeah.
Is it built out?
Yeah. Well, I should say Aiden's got, and it's shiny. Aiden's got it, though.
Nice.
Basically, when me and Aiden want to get Hidden Mystica or Herba Mysticas, he runs the Iron Hands, and I run the Annihilate to Screech. He belly drums. He heals second turn, and then we go all out.
Yeah, I discovered that sometimes you're gonna have to adjust depending on the raid, you're gonna have to adjust the approach, And that's another thing that I like, is that even though you have to see, it's one thing to introduce coordination with other players that you're playing with, and it's another thing to have that be a constant, because if all you need is other players for the same thing to go through on everything, it gets boring quickly. 1 second. Sorry, sneeze. But yeah, I feel like it would get boring really quick. Thank you. It would get boring really quickly if all it took was the Iron Hands belly drum set to do your thing. But I found that some raids, especially if you do them by yourself, you kind of have to adjust the approach a little bit, because it's not always belly drum and then attack. You might end up triggering the shield, and you might end up losing that raid altogether, and that's with people as well. And sometimes you have to also make the determination. All right, maybe Iron Hands isn't the play here. I might have to go with a Fluttermane or with a Goldango.
Iron Hands has worked for me and Aiden enough, but then again, I got 7 Herba Mysticas, and then we haven't done it since then. So tomorrow, though, me and Aiden plan on running more raids, because I gotta get more Herba Mysticas for some shiny hunting for streams this week. So
yeah,
we'll see. We'll see if it keeps working for us.
I don't have luck when I do the sandwich making. I don't know. Cat says, "What am I doing? I need sleep."
Do you have the Mysticas?
I have a couple.
Are you doing the correct sandwich?
I'm doing the correct. See, I when I do the right recipes, and I mix and match the herbs, it doesn't yield me results. But when I do the actual the 2 salty Herba Mysticas, it works for me. I have to gain a better understanding. That's me, though.
Guys, I'll be right back.
Blame finals
We'll
week.
be here.
I shall sleep on the topic of sandwiches. Bye, guys. Thank you, Kat, for showing up. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for coming on out. What'd you say?
Sandwiches.
You like sandwiches? I like sandwiches.
What is it? You need tomato, onion, avocado, hamburger, 2 of the main ingredient, 2 herb and Mexico. All right. There's what you need, and exactly if you put it down in that order exactly, you will get level 3 shiny, level 3 encounter 75% of the time. And save right before you make the sandwich so you don't waste your ingredients.
Well, yeah, that's what I was gonna do. That's what I do.
You said do.
Shut up. Oh, you put it in that chat. Okay. Tomatoes, onions, avocados, hamburger. And this is for what typing? Oh, 2 of the main ingredients. So the 2 of the main ingredients being for the type that you're looking for?
Yep, and I have the type list on the computer. I sent it to you a while back, but I can send it again.
Well, send it in a neater way because I try to read it and I'm like, oh. It must have been my phone though, to be honest, because I did it while I was on my phone.
Pull it up on the computer.
What's a computer?
I don't know.
I think Derek left us.
He doesn't like us.
Nope. He does not. But that's okay. I think we've talked as much as we could on the
Not that one.
on the what's it called? On the raids. That I think we could divert the topic a wee little bit, still staying with Scarvio, if that's okay with you.
Heck yeah.
So we're changing topics slightly, and we're gonna talk about the games as a whole. What do you like the most about Scarvio? What are some things that are here present now that were not present in Sword and Shield or in any of the other games? And what do you think? And what would you like to see? We got 30 minutes. Go.
30 minutes. I don't know. I
Ace
think
is in here saying, "Got me so mad I caught 8 shinies." Hacker. But welcome.
I think that honestly, the games are pretty darn perfect, considering, that I hate to say it, but the Switch is behind when it comes to graphics, in my opinion.
You're not wrong.
But these games are beautiful. Like there's no denying that. I'm not gonna say, and I've actually played it, so I can finally say this. But they're not Breath of the Wild beautiful. But I would put them under Breath of the Wild. So we definitely have beautiful, very beautiful games. The gameplay is smoother. It's getting better, way smoother than, if you go all the way back to even just the 3DS, So I don't know any other way they can make the games better. Just give us better stories, I think. Because I did not care for any of the stories except for the pupper.
Well, see, and this is where I'm going to disagree, and kind of like the whole world disagrees. Because I think that Scarvio had the best story in any Pokemon game. It surpassed. I don't like Gen 5. And a lot of people who do love Gen 5 actually say, I think that this passes Unova.
It doesn't have a story, though.
Unova?
No, this.
Yes, it does.
We got it, and we already know we got to agree to disagree on this.
We're
The
but
story
no,
is I want to be the best like no one ever was.
you're the best, like no one ever was.
Thank you. I just got back. What's the topic?
We're talking about the games as a whole, what we like that was included. What we like about the games, and if they could be better, what would make them better, and things that we like that were ported over from Sword and Shield that we continue to see now here, and in any of the other games, really.
Okay, continue.
Well, you can talk.
Well, I didn't know if you were done. I cut you all off, and
Oh no, you're good.
so like I said, coming in at the end of that one, I think that Sword and Shield and Scarlet and Violet have been two of the best Pokemon games that we've ever gotten. As far as story, I heard that you all said that Gen 5, which I personally do not like either, but a lot of people say that it has the best storyline. I started my Violet playthrough not paying attention to the story. And then Bob told me, he was like, listen, you need to pay attention, especially with the dog. And the Titan side of things. And then what I've heard too, Team Star has a pretty good story.
No.
Yes.
No.
But I'm only 2 bases into that, and I'm seeing the flashbacks and stuff. And like I said, I've not been reading the dialogue like I should. But these games are top tier when it comes to the Pokemon games. The design is great. I know a lot of people have talked about it, and they say that it's glitchy. I'm not going to play it. Well, you don't want to cheat yourself out of an amazing Pokemon game, one of the best games that we've ever got. You do not want to rob yourself of this experience because it is top tier. It really is.
See, I agree that this is probably going to be the second best game in my list personally, because nothing is ever going to top Crystal. This
Emerald.
is purely
Emerald, guys.
Emerald is gone. Emerald is gone. Scarvio is what remains.
Gen 3, Gen 5, Gen 2, Gen 8. Or Gen 9, sorry.
Nothing is going to top Crystal in my book because Crystal was my first Pokemon game I've ever gotten. I think the rivals, we're not going to get into much into the rivals, hint, future podcast episode. But not going to get into much of the rivals with Crystal, but I love the rivals with Crystal. Gen 3, as far as playability goes, was my favorite gen. Gen 9 tops that. Story-wise, activity-wise, playability, everything. Because it doesn't make shiny hunting as easy as Legends Arceus, for example. It doesn't, but it does bring some points from Legends Arceus that I like to this game, like the outbreaks, the climbing. The gliding was atrocious here. Now the climbing was definitely better in Arceus. If they had made, in my opinion, the gliding like Breath of the Wild, to where you have a stamina wheel and whatnot, and that would allow Koraidon or Miraidon to glide as far as that stamina wheel goes, like Breath of the Wild, it would have made the game just top tier for me. Like very small little things to nitpick. But I like the mass outbreaks that it brought. I wish that it could have brought. I mean, you can bring your Pokemon out and whatnot, like in Gen 4, Heart Gold, Soul Silver. You can bring your Pokemon out, but they don't follow you indefinitely, and I kind of want that. So there's that for me. I don't care about the performance like that because, yeah, I had the game crash on me twice, but that was it, just twice. You know, it wasn't a big deal.
See, now somebody that's not played Breath of the Wild, this is like, you know, I've turned Breath of the Wild on. I never hardly make it past the first, you know, beast or whatever it is in that game. Breath of the Wild is one of the most beautiful design video games out there.
Yeah.
But with somebody like me who doesn't like that game, I have to automatically rank this being not only the most beautiful Pokemon game we've got, but in the top 3 of the most beautiful Switch games that we've ever got. Because there's a lot of detail in Scarlet and Violet.
There is a lot of detail. That begs another question too. Like, what other games, you know, would you say? Because you mentioned that top 3 or one of the top most beautiful games on the Switch, on the platform. What other games would fall under there? Aside from Breath of the Wild. Yes.
I mean, I know you're all going to think like, oh, this is such a basic bitch answer, but Odyssey was really well designed.
Dude, I like Odyssey. No, you're not going to get that from me. Odyssey was great.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, Odyssey.
It was very well. You know, when you look at probably, and you know, I know Splatoon's up there with like the top Switch games. You know, I don't think none of us 3 like that, but in my eyes, it's, you know, Zelda, Mario, Pokemon.
Yeah. And I'm not even a big Zelda fan.
And that actually leads me to a Google here, is what is the top Switch games?
I will say, when I went to New York Nintendo store, there was a floor for all Mario. It was literally only Mario. And then the second floor was like cut in half. And it was like half of it was Pokemon, half of it was Zelda, and then Splatoon had a corner. And then like some Animal Crossing over there too.
Got distracted, but yeah, Odyssey, Breath of the Wild, Pokemon, and this game probably be the best ones on the Switch. There are others that have potential, like Xenoblade, but yeah. Ace says F Gen 5 brought much trash that took too long to evolve. This dude, his gripe is the Pokemon that took too long to evolve.
I will say, when it comes to people ranking their favorite games, though, that's one thing I love about the Pokemon games. Is, you know, and me, you, and Derek do it pretty well. Like, you like Gen 9, Crystal, and then Gen 9, and I like Emerald, and then Gen 5, and then Gen 2/Gen 9. You can pretty much flip them. And but we're not gonna hate on each other. You know, everyone. That's what's so cool about Pokemon is everyone's allowed to have their own favorite typing Pokemon. Here we go. I knew you were gonna do that as soon as I mentioned it. You know, but you can have. Everyone's got their own favorite typing Pokemon generation. You know, and I think that's what makes the game so beautiful as a whole. You know, it's just a whole franchise. You know, because with Zelda, you know, it's literally one character you're following the entire time. With Pokemon, you're building relationship with hundreds, you know, of different characters / creatures.
So just in case anybody's curious, IGN, which I know we all know and love, have number 1 is Breath of the Wild, 2 is Smash Bros, 3 Odyssey, 4 is Animal Crossing, 5 is Metroid.
You
That's
know,
the
they're
top 5.
IGN is based off of opinion for the most part, though.
Yeah, but I trust a lot of what they say. So, I mean, you know, if we rank our
for
game,
a lot of people, though. If it's opinion based, it must be based on what, majority? Because because if the majority of the people think that those are the best Switch games, then that still has to count for something. And
Mario Kart 8 is number 8. Pokemon Sword and Shield is 16.
Damn.
Yeah, getting
Where's
no
Scarlet
love.
and Violet at?
This must be an old list. It was updated on December 9th. So yesterday. Yeah.
Interesting.
And Scarlet and Violet's not in the top 25 games.
That's interesting. Ace says he grew up with Emerald, Silver, Soul Silver, and Mario Kart on the Wii will always be the best.
Nah, Double Dash was way better.
What'd you say?
Double Dash was top of the line in Mario Kart.
See, the last Mario Kart that I played was Mario Kart 7, I think, on the DS.
Well, that's a good Mario Kart.
That was a great one. That was it, and that's all I played. Because I still have my DS too, but that was it. I didn't play anything. I didn't play much of anything else from that, aside from Pokemon. I'm a boring gamer. I don't care.
Well, apparently Scarlet and Violet's only sold 10 million games.
Which is still their... Well, that was then, though. That was then. That was on opening day.
Mario Kart 8 Deluxe sold 48 million.
Opening day?
No. Total.
Yeah, you might have to look at an updated list because 10 million was on opening day. And the
40
games
million
still
for Animal Crossing, 2.9 for Smash Bros. Breath of the Wild, 27. Sword and Shield, 25. That's top 5.
Well, here's another top 5 for you guys. The top 100 video games of all time. Number 5, Super Metroid. Number 4, Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past. Number 3 is Portal 2. Number 2 is Super Mario World. And number 1, Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild.
Because fucking Breath of the Wild dominates, bro. Derek, I got you. I gotta get you to play the game.
I know you do.
Play it with me on stream.
Let's go. Versus. I get a month head start.
Okay, that's fine. You get a month's head start because I'm gonna catch up in an hour.
It was 10 million copies in 3 days, but
So like overall, you prefer Sword and Shield over Scarlet and Violet Stone?
for the raids, as far as a game as a whole, no.
Oh, it's a game as a whole. Okay.
1 second, guys.
But no, the games as a whole, I think Scarlet and Violet are probably, like I said, they're probably like 3rd or 4th on my list of favorite games. Just because Gen 3 and Gen 5 are like that, they mean that much to me, you know?
Yeah. Well, it's like, you was naming off your top gens. I go 2, 1, 3, 9 is my list.
Yeah, and I'm 3, 5, and then 2 and 9. Honestly, you could probably flip flop. Like depending on which one I'm playing, will depend on which one's higher. I think the music should be
okay now. And that was an old text, Matt.
My bad. I was answering.
If we that's the one thing about it too. Like we can compare. We can give our opinions all day long. You're allowed to love whatever you want to love. And that's the best thing about it is because we can sit here for an hour and bullshit on it and get all the opinions and hear your all's opinions. But overall, Stone's wrong and he sucks.
Well, fair.
And I was just about to sit here and say, and you know what? It's great that we can have our own opinions, and as long as we love and respect each other, and then you just come out with that shit.
Yeah, I was kidding.
I know. I'm sure he knows too. It's just funny.
Here's another way to look at it, though. Okay.
Okay.
And this is the way I try to look at it when I'm comparing the games. Update the graphics for every generation to what the graphics are right now in Gen 9.
Wait.
You take the story, you take the gameplay, you take everything, and you update it to what Gen 9 has to offer, and which game is the best at that point. So you got to use a little bit of imagination.
I think that I have a feeling that if they did that with Gen 5, and keep in mind that I have not played Black 2 or White 2 ever in my life, so I'm not counting those, but regular Black and White. I think that if they had the graphics that Scarvio has right now, I would be hard pressed at that point, and I would be I don't know who would be better. You know, it wouldn't be so easy for me to come up with what my favorite Pokemon game of all time, because hands down it would probably be at that point, story wise and everything, it might have been Unova.
Yeah, because it's easy to look back and be like, oh well, Gen 1 was broken and didn't have the original Gen 1. It had glitches, it had this, it had that. It was in black and white, and then trying to compare that to Gen 9, and then you're like, well, obviously Gen 9's better. Well, no, you got to look at it as a whole, and like, what would Gen 1 look like now?
But I don't think that we do that though.
Like, no, we should.
No, well, I'm saying, like, when we look at Pokemon games and we say, oh, Gen 9 is better than Gen 1, obviously it's going to be better, right? Because, because that was, 90-something? Forgot when exactly.
98 when it came to America.
98, okay. So 98. And we're talking 2022.
We're old, is what you're saying.
What I'm saying is that technology has come a long way since the 90s, late 90s.
Oh, yeah.
Okay? So, obviously, the games now, even fucking Let's Go is going to be better than Gen 1 itself. So I don't think that we should be looking at it that way, graphics-wise or anything. We are looking at it the right way as far as story goes, as far as Pokemon being introduced goes, rivals, and everything. We're not going to get into the rivals because, again, that's going to be a future topic. But point is, there are different little aspects, gimmicks, because we can agree that even though, well, I don't know if you guys will agree, but I know for sure. I think for me, even if it was on the 3DS, ORAS might be, for me, it's tied with Heart Gold, Soul Silver as far as them being the best remakes. But ORAS has Mega Evolution, and I think Mega Evolution has the better gimmick out of any gimmick that we have so far, and that's including Scarlet and Violet.
No, yeah, Mega Evolution's definitely the best gimmick we've had.
I wish they would return. Terastallizing, just giving Pokemon funny little hats.
Yeah, and then Gen 8, they get big.
Yeah, exactly. They get big for like 3 turns because they can't hold their size.
Yeah. It's like Ant-Man learning to use the suit.
Yeah,
can't
exactly.
hold my size either.
Hey, and there's the first sex joke.
What happened?
Nothing.
Say it.
All I said is I can't hold my size either.
Do you have a size?
Ooh, there's the first insult. But no,
That is not the first.
Actually, you were the first, Derek.
Ah, no. I guess y'all didn't see my message I sent either, did you?
Oh, where did you send it at?
In the text. I'm not kidding. Screw you, Stone. That was forever ago, though.
They hate me, guys.
Yes, that's true. We do. We don't like Matt at all.
They just got me here for the clout.
For the clout.
Yeah, I'm trying to soak in them numbers.
There's only one of us here with 1K.
Body.
Yeah.
I'm just messing. I'm messing.
How am I not a mod here? I'm freaking the co-host.
You're not a mod.
No.
I'm the plugger.
I'm not gonna say it.
Hey, oh, there it is. So, Pokemon.
A lion looking shiny gallery. Hold on. Let me see what he says. No, I went back to Shield too much. Yeah, that's true. Ace did say that he went back to Shield once, and he's like, too many pixels. It was like, no, not good. And he just like deleted the game. That's funny. Darkest Night.
I honestly
Brightest
don't
Day
know when I'll
confirmed.
pick up. Oh. Sorry,
What's up?
I was cutting you off.
You're good. Oh, you weren't saying anything? Oh, okay.
No, I was letting you keep reading chat, and then I was going to come in.
No, you're good. So it looks like Ace is hacking the game again. He's getting another Roaring Moon shiny and everything, and he's just, I don't know, bro. You're just hacking the game, man. You should make this illegal.
What's up, Ace?
All right.
Anyways, now that I'm out of the EBL, I really don't see me going back to Sword and Shield unless I do a series on it, like picking it back up to play again. Like I've already beat the DCLs, the DLCs. I've completed the Pokedex. I've done everything that you can do. I've competitively battled with it. I've done it all. Like I have no need to play that game anymore.
I'm going back to do it for some shiny hunts, and that's it.
Yeah, I'm going back to do it too for some shiny hunts. There's that Dragon Tales challenge that I never did. Sorry, guys.
Dragon Tales.
Yeah, that layout's been there for like ever, and I haven't done it. So might as well do that, right? But I don't think after the EBL. After the EBL completes with Sword and Shield, I don't think I'll get back to it. Sword and Shield is not it for me. Hop was freaking annoying. I hate it.
What don't you said let's not touch rivals. I was about to say something. We'll wait.
I'm sorry.
You like how your rival in this game's obsessed with you?
I'm not gonna say anything.
He
Anyways,
loves you.
All right, so we are closing in on midnight.
yes, we are closing in on the hour as well. Last comment, Dragon tells we ain't ever gonna see it. You're probably right. But we are closing in on the hour.
Do it in Scarvio.
What? Oh, that's true, right? I could do it in Scarvio. There you go, Matt. Look at you coming in with the big brain
And then
ideas.
you got the new Biscabulary you can do.
Oh, wait, that is the baby, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, look at you, Matt. Coming in with the big brain ideas.
Dragon Tales.
There we go. Updated Dragon Tales challenge. But we are closing in, guys, on the
You won't
hour.
do it.
So, Mr. Derek, Mr. Matt, if you have any final words for the peeps.
Follow us on Twitter.
We love you, nerds.
We do love
And-
nerds.
I appreciate you all having me tonight.
Of course.
Derek, you gotta
Ace
wake
says,
up
remember
by,
when I was picked for special guest, couldn't be me. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Derek, you gotta wake up by 11 in the morning so we can do a episodic episode of this with you. Because we said you'd be the first guest for our episodes as well, not just the streams.
Nice.
Oh, so he's waking up finally in the morning tomorrow?
That's what I'm asking him.
Yeah, I can be here for another one.
So we're recording at 11 a.m.
Yo, I've already got half my day done by then.
I'll bet say less. Yeah, this was already predetermined months ago. So Ace, don't come at me. But we are closing up right now, guys. If you guys enjoyed, go ahead and leave a thumbs up, make it turn blue. If you haven't already and you are new to the channel, subscribe to it. We have recorded stuff coming. We have our first 2 episodes that just came out, and more to come. More streams in the future as well. That being said, guys, if you don't, I was going to say it, but I could do it in a recording. Just leave it anyway. Comment your favorite emoji. It helps us out. And without any further ado, we will see you guys later.
Raid.
Goodbye.
Raid.
Bye.
You gotta do a raid.